Setharia. Hope you enjoy. All right. Okay, so a couple things. Right now I'm using the wireless receivers that I got recently, and they kind of are finicky, and I had to pay $70 for GoPro. Thanks, GoPro, by the way, for removing their audio jack, so that I had to buy an $80 piece of plastic to place on it called a media mod, just so I could use an audio jack. So thank you. You're already $650 set altogether, so I appreciate that. Anyway.
And he's not even done paying.
I'm not even done paying. I have to buy tiny little miniature screws because you work on screws. You're propped up by a giant case. Anyway, welcome back to Random Rambunctious Ramblers, where I am joined with my friend Tijon. Tijon is a fellow student at Rockstars Academy. It was this music thing that we did together. It was they taught lessons there. They put us together in bands. I hated him when I first met him. Just for a week. Because I didn't understand him. He's very calculated. He's very robotic. So when he thought something or felt a certain way, he would say it, and he would show no emotion, even though he didn't mean to be like rude about it. Which I discovered later that that's how he is. Other people around did not discover that or want to, and they did not like him. But me and him stuck it out. And then after a while, the place closed down, and we ended up working with the guy who taught us here, and this is Rockstars Media. May it become something, hopefully. Anyway, I'm joined with Tijon.
A very flattering description of me. Much appreciated.
No problem. Well, this boy is a genius with music. How long have you been learning music?
Well, if you consider my piano teachings, I was self-taught when I was around 10.
One sec. Sorry. One sec.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Tijon.
Yeah.
How long have you been learning music?
Well, if you consider my piano teachings, I was self-taught from around the age of 10. And then about 2 years later, my mom caught me playing piano and realized I was actually playing the piano and not the keyboard playing itself.
Wait, what do you mean she caught you?
Oh, I was just, like, she overheard when she, like, walked into the room and heard me just toying around on the piano. And the little keyboard we had, it wasn't an actual piano. It had a setting that you could have play the song.
But she thought it was that, but it was really
She thought I had pressed the button and playing the song, but I had actually pressed the button that plays the background music, but lets you play the piano, and I was playing the piano. And so when she realized I was actually hitting the keys,
my son's a genius.
She put me in piano lessons. And then we left that teacher and went here. So.
That's insane. I just want to. The dude can literally call out notes. He's basically the guy that taught us has been doing this for years, and he is getting close to that dude's level already. And how old are you?
17.
Anyway, so this is hopefully this audio stuff is working because I've already been let down a few times by these. Anyway, real quick, couple questions for you. Little interview, and then I'll let you be on your way. All right?
All right.
First one is, if you could see anyone, meet them, whatever, right? It could be a historical figure, someone that doesn't exist, as in someone in a TV show. Meet anyone, and you get to ask them any questions you want, learn anything, and they will answer every question. They will be compelled to.
Listen.
But not you know what I mean. Let's pretend it's in a nice way, not hostile. But
I'm going to ask you a question.
You can't refuse. Okay, but who would it be? You could ask them any question, in person, anyone in history. Who would it be? Let me rephrase it to make it simple. If you could meet anyone in existence or non-existence to ask them questions or just to be around them, who would it be?
Interesting.
Could even be a group of people.
I think there's probably some internet people that I'm not thinking of right now. There's an influencer named Technoblade that has an astounding attitude. He's a very positive, he's going through cancer. He almost lost his arm, and he's at the age of 23. And this guy's been just an unrelenting source of positivity. So that would be a pretty interesting discussion. But my first thought was Isaac Newton, because everyone knows his laws and stuff and his theories, but he also had a bunch of stuff where he did research in theology. So I'd be curious to see what his thoughts were on that, because he had a lot of theories and ideas that don't get talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to pick his brain on that.
If you could ask him only one question right now, what would it be?
That would be an interesting question.
Mr. Newton.
Sir Newton, might I have a paper?
How are your bars so good? Fig Newton bars.
Oh, I get it.
It's funny.
Wow, that was terrible.
What would the question be, or can you not think of one? There's too many.
No, I can't think of one.
That's cool. We'll move on to the next one. All right. Now I'm gonna split this up into two different things because I know that how you feel about this already. All right. First one, if you could go any place on Earth in any time, where would it be?
Well, in a recording that totally didn't get cut and die and get lost, I thought about it a bit, and I'm pretty interested in quantum theory.
He went on a tangent after the camera stopped, saying he's not allowed to say all the things he said, so he's probably gonna diminish it a little bit because he's afraid of getting in trouble with the quantum mechanic crowd.
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm not that fresh on quantum theory anymore. I haven't been studying lately.
Studying as in searching the internet?
Well, that's what studying is at this point, unless you want to go to a library.
Yeah, I guess you didn't say researching. Okay, we're good. I'll let you off on this one.
But there was I'm trying to think. It's not a trial. No one was held. It was
conference.
Yeah, there was a conference held between the biggest the biggest quantum theory debates, the biggest debaters and the biggest minds of the time.
Theorists.
Yeah, and they came together. And they said, we need to give something to the public that we can all agree on. And so we're going to have to make a compromise here. And the compromise they came up with ended up with pilot wave theory, with pilot waves being filled in with superposition, which is a very interesting thing. And if you think about it, it kind of sounds like magic.
Magic is technically science we don't know yet.
Exactly, but the other theory that they left out had some answers and some different conclusions, but they're more concrete answers than superposition.
So they just decided no.
Yeah, but that ended up being the dissenting opinion. So I'd be curious to see how that conference went on, and what happened. So
that's good. Okay, so you'd want to meet Sir Isaac Newton, pick his brain about his philosophy or theology, and then you'd also want to meet all these quantum mechanic theorists and pick their brains. Or no, you'd want to observe.
I want to see what happened. I want to see how they came to the conclusion.
So you'd like to talk to one genius,
and then just peek through the window
at another.
Yeah.
All right, and the second part of this question is you can go anywhere that doesn't have a. It's a weird way to say it. If you could go anywhere that isn't on Earth, in the universe, or even a TV show or someplace that's not real, and you will not die, and I'm talking about no matter where you go. I'm talking about edge of the universe, outside of the universe, middle of the universe.
And not die.
In the side of the sun.
And not die.
Yeah.
That's a good question. My first thought was a black hole.
That's actually good. I love it. I love it. I've gotten different answers. The reason I said that on the edge of the universe is that's mine.
Yeah, that's a fair point. There's a game called Everything, where it's an incredibly simple game. You look at something, and if you choose to, you can become that thing, and you can grow it, shrink at will.
Like Prop Hunt?
Kinda, but you're just wandering a universe, and you can just see things and how they are relative to each other. And you can shrink and grow. And if you go small enough, you'll get to quantum particles like quarks and stuff.
That's really cool.
And if you get below that...
Quarks are the tiniest and smallest increment of life that we know of. If you go smaller than that is more theory. Mm-hmm. And that's where you get into string theory. And
then if you go lower than that, if you go low enough, it actually goes up, you actually become a galaxy. So it's the idea that
universes inside universes.
Yeah. And it gave me the thought of we can only see the edge of our universe, but for all we know, we could be a tiny particle floating in the space that subatomic particles float in or exist in, and
Basically, like Horton Hears a Who.
pretty much. We could be a dandelion. Probably not, though.
I like the idea of that. That makes me feel happy inside. All right. Me and Tijon are actually writing a couple songs together, so hopefully we'll have those out eventually. I just wanted to make sure I, had that out loud, because now that it's on recording, I have to.
That is a fair point.
Hopefully these recordings.
Procrastination be darned.
Hopefully these recordings work. Final question. I'm coming up with these on the spot. I need to start being more outlined, scripted.
Yeah.
My final question.
Not me though.
I'm trying to think of something that's interesting. That's not like personal. I can't say, what's your deepest regret?
I killed my dad when I was like 15.
With the drumstick.
And it's been haunting me ever since.
Not a drumstick for the drums, but like for a turkey leg.
I didn't dispose of the body really well, so.
But somehow he's still here.
Yeah.
Give it a hand, folks. All right.
Dad, I'm sorry. I know you're alive. So if you see this,
this is libel.
Love you.
This is libel. All right.
Against myself.
Where do you want to be 1 year from today? What do you want to be done with, or what do you want to be in the process of finishing, getting better? Maybe a skill, maybe a new skill, maybe an old skill that you're perfecting. What do you want to do within this year? January's coming up. That's where everybody decides
Everybody's doing their New Year resolution
for about 3 weeks, and then they give up.
And then
they'll say next year. What do you want to do?
Next year.
What do you want to do?
Make my New Year resolution. No. I think by the end of next year, or the end of this, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I want to be a respected musician. I'm okay.
You mean by more than just me and people around here? Like,
yeah, I want to be able to walk up to a stranger or a decent musician and be able to earn their respect through my skill.
And that's where you want to be a year from now.
Yeah.
I actually love that, but I had a really funny just image in my head of you just walking up like Justin Timberlake. Yo, JT, and then just popping out like a little xylophone one. No,
Xylophone.
Oh wait, I said the wrong thing. What is it? What is it called? Do you know what I'm talking about? The little
guitar.
Keytar.
Okay.
You pull it. Ding 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 ding.
What do you think, bro?
Throw it back, put some sunglasses on. Hey,
what's up?
Am I in sync?
My man.
In sync material. That's really funny. All right. This has been a cool little quick. Hopefully the audio sounds good. Thank you for coming on. Acting like
nice to meet you.
We don't come here every single week.
No.
All right. What is it? What is my thing? Give me 1 second. I gotta remember it. My friend Matt made fun of it. Oh yeah. Hey, viewers. Okay, wait. Wait. Let me say be random. I'm gonna say be random. Say Rambunctious, and then I say and ramble. Okay. Ready? Be random.
Ramble.
No. You're supposed to say rambunctious.
Rambunctious.
Yeah. Be random.
Rambunctious.
No, you say be you say be random.
Oh, be rand. I got it.
Oh
no one's gonna see this.
Be random.
Be rambunctious.
And ramble. We'll see you next time. Satharia signing out. Get out of here.
No.
Satharia.